Top of the morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the reboot of What If Deku Was the Flaming Cannonball from Ben 10. So this is the reboot one. If you haven't checked it out, go right ahead. So let me give you a little bit of what the Flaming Cannonball does. It basically does like what it's like the cannonball does, like normal from Ben 10. Turns into a ball, but it's on fire, and like I was gonna name him Fireball. Oh, so yeah. But he can, when he opens his mouth to breathe out fire, he can and he can clone himself if he wanted to. So yeah, he's basically overpowered. So, and in this what if, she is still alive. Like, so yeah, she's still alive, and plus just all that stuff. So yeah. Plus I threw in zoomies so to make it more funny. So yeah. So let's begin with Zoom or Inco worked at the plant or the research facility. It's like two dangerous facility. Okay. And yeah, they experiment with like aliens things. But one instance, the alien that she was tasked for today was actually two aliens, Pyro Knight and the Cannonball. And man, they both own like when her like her coworker was being so clumsy and dropped him right onto Inco's entire body. Like, you know how like sometimes you spill like milk on somebody? So yeah, Zuko was so Inko got infected by it, but she doesn't know that she's infected because her kid, or so both of them, Pyro Knight, and I know it doesn't make any sense about fusing one species with the other. Fuse them together, you know, to create a new species called Pyro Cannon species. That's what I'll call it. So, yeah. And then she met Nasashi, the pro hero that could shoot out fireball or fire from his mouth. They both started dating and got married. And they both had 2 kids. Zumi was a human girl and a cannonball, flaming cannonball. As they were like, how about name this one Zumi, the cannonball or flaming cannon bolt Zuko. As just a flute guitar. So they went. So at the age of 4, they went to a quirk doctor and they looked at Zumi, of course, classic version, and told her that she has the fire manipulation. As for your, or your son, then Ko and Sashi, your son doesn't have a quirk. So, you know what they did? They got rid of him. Abandoned him on the road. As he rolled around, not causing any destruction. Yeah, so as he stops, he looks up, and it was like, say he was 7 years old, and he looks up and he sees a meteor. As pro hero like her saw him and says, "Kid, get out of here." As they're like, I'll take care of it if you don't mind. Your safety is our concern. What are you gonna do? As he transforms into a ball and he rolled really fast, so he gets wound up and he shoots like a meteor right at the meteor, and he pushed the meteor back all the way. It was like a small pebble against something like a actual bouncy ball. So he put all of his force, pushing it all the way back with full speed, like his full flames. As everyone that saw him doing it, as Zuko says in his own head, saying, "Go, Zuko, go. Go, Zuko, go." As his flames got even hotter and faster. He literally went full speed. And the meteor went to orbit. As he, then the small, him, or should I say him, fell and landed in the water. As he gets up, he honks, as waka 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 waka, as they thought he was like gonna die for a minute, but when he tells them, I like my original form, or myself. It's more rock and roll. Let me remind you, he's at age of 7 right now. No, 6. And he didn't have a birthday thing, so he was basically of course one of the pro heroes, like her, decides, okay, I'll take him in and to be a top student at UA. As she tells Nezu that, as Nezu says, alright, bring him in, let's see. As he starts rolling, like, yeah, his basically, as when they were, like, she was walking normally, and he's just rolling. So she asks him, hey, kid, what's your name? Him, Bawe. As he says, it's Zuko. My name is Zuko. No. But friends call me Deku. If. As. I like the Zuko part, but you know what Deku means, right? No. It probably stands for useless part. Right? Yeah. And what is your quirk? Here, there must be a mutation quirk or something. And she says, nope. I have a, this is what I was born as. I don't have like a mutation quirk or any quirks that are suitable for this. So she's like, they're quirkless. Never seen a quirkless have a, like yours, or with that thing. Yeah, and still, I'm quirkless, but I still roll around. As so, give me a moment. I'm counting. Okay. 8, 9. No, wait. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 9 days later, Zuko is now 15. And as during those 9 day years, he or she trains him to use his powers. Like he uses them to roll over people, as he used when he was standing up, as he opens up his mouth and shot like cannonball or like fireballs. Those out. As Izuku was basically as he still has some doubts about it, because as she tells him that you might become a greatest hero, as he says, well, my doctor says that I can't become a hero because of because I don't have a quirk. As she says, I know that you're quirkless, but you can become a hero. Like, I remember, you took care of that meteor when, how old were you? As he looks at her, says, I was 6 years old when to do it. As she finds that impressive, that a child with a green flaming ball so she decides, okay, as every pro hero as he walks over to a kitchen, like his own personal kitchen thing, as he like literally threw the ball, or when he went to a kitchen, he used like he actually made a delicious cake that was like chocolate inside, chocolate on the outside, as he was in the apartment thing, as he's, because last couple of years, or she noticed a couple of years that he, when he, or when she goes checks on him, on his like birthday thing, or he sees him all like sad as he used his like breathe, like how you normally do things, like blow out candles. But he as he does not want, so he walks, like he and he eats by himself, as and goes trains again, harder and harder, as that like when she asks Zuko, or no, when she was like when she asked Nezu about how about we or your thing, as so yeah. So now he's in like UA schools, and she says, "Ready?" As he says, "Yep, let's rock and roll." As he was very intelligent, or he's smart as a like he passed Nezu's and Momo's and everybody's. So he wrote down every word. Hern. And he was done in about 0.1 second. Like, I was gonna say infinity 0.1% faster. So yeah. He goes to as Nenzu was like accepts Zuko to be in class 1A. So yeah, so now he's in the robot one. So he starts doing a roly-poly, like smashing into those creatures, or like those robots. And yeah, as one of them actually, or one of the students, as he comes back, as he took care of all the 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, And he also used a cannonball part like his to wind up, and he shot himself at the zero pointer, knocking the core out of zero pointer's chest. Yeah. As last 9 years, she got like closer to Zuko. Basically, like, she treats him as her own child. But when she's proud that then that he went all this way to becoming from being a sad nobody to being a pro hero that rolls. So yeah. As Tenya just remembered something. Or actually, Momo remembered something about Zuko. Right. No copyrights. So, yeah. Plus, then after everyone left, okay, as she actually told him that after all these 9 years, you have really improved on your speed and agility things. As yeah, as she like, and plus not during all 9 years, you actually was like treat you as my own kid, and as she was the number one hero, and her saying that, it was like he turned into a ball. Well, as she can tell that he's blushing. He couldn't believe that the number one hero told him that. So, yeah. As he giggles at him, like, always these are. You'll probably act like that always. As he says, yeah. So, yeah. As I'm skipping the ball throw, like, because he is already a ball, so it's hard for him to throw a ball. But he could use his mouth for it, so Eraserhead even has respect for him. So, yeah. And please wait for part 2.